recording.
All right, I gotta turn the mic on. It's a little too small for me. Come on.
I feel like Kevin's never actually been there, and you just look over that way every time.
We are recording.
All right.
All right.
Uh,
I'm waiting, but I don't know how long it takes to do it.
Good evening, folks. I'm going to call this meeting to order at 6 p.m. Good evening, Madame.
Hello, how are ya?
Good. Before I get started, in response to COVID-19, the town board continues to use a hybrid model for our town board meeting. The adaptive practice came from the best advice of the Association of Towns and in consultation of our town attorney. We continue to do this in the best interest of public health. Our board members were allowed to log in starting at 5:30 to make sure that they could get onto the call, but no business of the board meeting will start until now, since our board meeting is starting. Can I get a roll call from the clerk?
Michael Cashman,
Present.
Thomas Wood,
I'm here.
Meg LaFave,
Here.
Barbara Hebert,
Here.
Charles Costick,
Here.
James Coffey,
Here.
and I am in attendance, Kevin Paddock, town clerk.
Perfect, thank you very much. Sorry, my papers are a little bit all over the place, so can I get a motion for Resolution 77, approve the minutes of the previous meeting?
I can do that. That's good.
Perfect, thanks, Tom. Is there a second?
Second.
Caustic, is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Is there anything for public comment this evening?
No.
Okay. At this time, just very quickly, I want to give you a little bit of a rundown of where we stand with a number of things. Phase 1 of New York State's unpausing, for lack of a better term, has begun. That means the construction phase, for the most part, really is what is moving forward. We continue to prepare ourselves for Phase 2, which we believe is what government is going to be more specifically falling under. Still looking for a number of directives, but I have been working with our team and we'll be spending most of the weekend on what is called the New York Forward Business and Reopening Safety Plan Template. They've not formally adopted something for government, but we are trying to stay ahead of the curve to the best of our ability. So we continue to adopt some of the best practices and items to make our work space safe. I just want to show you a couple of examples of things that we've done to date. Before we went under lockdown, we used and created a temporary walk-up window, as some of you know already. This goes into the tax receiver's window, so we've been able to continue to provide services there. And then inside, what we are doing is, if anybody has been food shopping, oops, can you see the door? Can you see the cattle barn door? So the cattle barn door, once people are allowed back into town hall, this will create additional physical barrier for folks. And then we have some of the striping that we've done similar to many of the stores and stuff. So we continue to integrate some of these things, some signage. We've also been focused on the court downstairs. As you can imagine, there'll be a significant number of people that visit there on a weekly basis. So having lots of conversation with the justices and the court clerks and trying to get some of the best practices. So just want to let you know that we continue to work on slight modifications, as cost effective as possible. Much of the resources have been things like painter's tape, so fairly low cost. The signage, we have the plotter. The signs that we've done have also been in consultation with the Clinton County Health Department. The language that we're using in court administration has also given us some language and signs that they want us to use. So just trying to be prepared.
Open last Thursday?
Say that again?
Were courts allowed to open last Thursday?
They're continuing to increase their staffing and some of the activity, but not in the traditional methodology of what we would expect. So, but things keep moving forward, and the court is following under the guidelines of I believe it's the Chief Justice. It's not just the governor and New York State Department of Health. So they're the ones that have been putting out some memos and directives. So just to give you a quick update on some of that activity. So we'll get back into the resolutions. Resolution 78, the abstract 5B-20.
Resolved that the abstract of audited claims number 5B-19-667 through 738 for $181,186.20. Abstract B-19A 112 through 126 prepays for the amount of $313,412.41 be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisor is hereby authorized to pay said abstract.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
LaFave, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Carries, and thank you to our audit committee for continuing to come in and look at the vouchers, much appreciated. Resolution 79, the monthly department reports.
Resolved to receive and place on file monthly department head reports.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Caustic, is there a second?
Second.
Who was that?
Thanks.
LaFave, thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so does carry. Thank you. Resolution 83, 3% site plan return deposit for UMS Properties LLC, addition site plan 2018.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh Planning Board has reviewed and approved all requirements of the UMS Properties Building Addition Site Plan 2018, and whereas the Planning and Community Development Department has coordinated inspection of said project and reports all requirements have been met and completed, therefore be it resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to release the deposit in the amount of $3,150 plus accrued interest to date, and it is further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be forwarded by the Planning and Community Development Department Secretary with the return of deposit to UMS Properties LLC.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, is there a second? Tom, any discussion? Seeing none, hearing none, all those in favor please say aye. Aye, so does carry. Resolution 81, request to advertise sale bids for base water district improvements.
Whereas plans and specifications have been prepared by LaBerge Engineering and Consulting Group entitled Base Water District Improvements, and whereas Scott Stoddard, Water and Wastewater Director, has requested to solicit bids, and therefore be it resolved that the town clerk is hereby authorized and directed to advertise for sealed bids for the project entitled Base Water District Improvements, for which bid specifications and non-collusion documents will be available from the town clerk, and that said advertisement shall be placed in the Press Republican with bids to be opened on June 25th, 2020 at 11 a.m. at the town of Plattsburgh Town Hall on 151 Banker Road, Plattsburgh, New York, and be it further resolved that the town of Plattsburgh Town Board reserves the right to reject any or all bids offered, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the town clerk, the Director of Water and Wastewater Department, and the Finance Manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Caustic, is there a second?
Second.
LaFave, any discussion? Okay,
Which exactly is this one going for? Which, I know the overall plan, but which part is this that we're bidding now?
That's water mains old base.
Oh, the one, okay.
Yeah, and Scott thinks that it's very doable this year, you know, even with the timing, et cetera, because it's a project that's straightforward and, you know, even if it goes in towards the winter months, they should be fine with it.
The new part of the old days.
Yeah, the new base.
And a couple of things could occur. Hey, Brian. A couple of things could occur. It could, we could find that the bids are very competitive given the time because people are very hungry for the work. They could come in around the numbers that we expected, or they could be higher, by which then we can make the determination that we could, you know, reject the bids and hold off. So, you know, it's a good time to put this out and see what we get, okay? All those in favor, please say aye, please. Aye. So does carry. Okay. Resolution 82, memorandum of understanding between the town of Plattsburgh's Teamsters, 687 town members regarding compensation for 2020, 2021, and 2022.
Whereas the town and Teamsters Local 687 entered into an agreement governing the terms and conditions of employment for the years 2020, 2021, and 2022, and whereas the COVID-19 pandemic has dramatically impacted sales tax and other revenue sources that enable the town to provide services to its residents, and whereas Teamsters Local 687 is aware of the severe impact that the lack of revenue is having on the town, and whereas as a result of consultations among the supervisor and representatives of, and members, of Teamster Local 687, the parties have agreed to enter into a memorandum of understanding regarding compensation. A copy of said memorandum of understanding is attached hereto and made a part hereof. And whereas town board wishes to thank the leadership and members of the Teamster Local 687 for the generous sacrifice they have made for the welfare of the town. And now therefore be it resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized to execute the attached memorandum of understanding, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution shall be given to the Teamster Local 687 stewards and business agent and Patrick Bowen, finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert? Is there a second? Second?
I'll second that.
Costick, thank you. I'll just add for discussion that I was most appreciative, as I had said during the last meeting, that, you know, we had a good conversation and truly understood. You're seeing the cat in Ming's window. I can see it in your glasses.
Taylor back there.
But I want to thank the Teamsters for coming together and recognizing the challenging times that are here, and that we are working together collaboratively as a team. And then for this vote to occur unanimously is what I believe a remarkable statement of the men, it just happens to be men in the Teamsters as part of our group. So I really do want to thank the shop stewards for carrying the message, and then every single one of those members to understand. You know, I had an all-hands meeting and talked with both union and non-union about, you know, our general approach to our finances, and we don't know what we don't know, and we will continue to remain dogged in our approach to protect them as employees, and also, you know, the finances of the town. And I just think it's a wonderful statement and most appreciative. So, any other comments or discussion?
I totally agree with that. You know, it's really, it just shows how much they, you know, have worked as a team and we work as a team. I think so, that their sacrifice is really going to help us a lot.
Debbie, did you get that second attachment? Okay, sorry it wasn't part of the first one. So, anything further? Seeing none, I'm going to ask for a roll call one, because this is more of kind of, you know, in regards to our contracts and stuff, we've traditionally done a roll call. Can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas E. Wood,
Yes.
Meg LaFave,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, with great thanks. It does carry. At this time, we have a guest with us. You knew what we're doing. We do need to go into an executive session this evening for ongoing continued conversation regarding Champlain Center, Consumer Square, Key Bank for pending ongoing litigation regarding certiorari. Is there a motion to the effect of the executive session?
So,
I'm going to say Costick, I'm going to say Hebert. Can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Meg LaFave,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, we will go into executive session at 6:14 p.m. Be safe, bye-bye.
Thank
Happy
you.
Yep.
Memorial Day, Deb. Same to you, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm just gonna allow Kevin to get up and shut the other video camera off. Brian, you look like you're in a bunker.